Hi you guys, it is your girl Pretty Girl Peeps. I am here to do a quick and simple, hopefully, makeup look. This look is going to be a neutral brown look. It is inspired by my new sweatshirt. This is from Brown Blogger Babes. This one says Brown Influencer Babe. So I kind of want to do a makeup look to match this. So I'm going to do everything but lips on this look. So hopefully you guys can join me. Even if you could just join me for a little bit, that would be great. Hey cousin. No, you're the gorgeous one. And you got a big booty too. I don't have a booty anymore, so you definitely beat me there. But yeah, so this is just gonna be a really quick neutral makeup look. I'm gonna go ahead and get started because, as you guys know, I have a baby now, so I'm typically short on time. So I have to record this and a lip look right after. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get started. Hopefully Instagram will let me save this and I can post it as an IGTV video later. So as people come on, just say hello, all that good stuff. Like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I've already moisturized my face. I put Vaseline on my lips. Those are the first two things you always want to do. The reason why you want to put Vaseline on your lips, even though I said I'm not doing lips till later, is because that puts moisture in your lips. So by the time you get to lips, your lips aren't all dry and crusty, and you have an even and a smooth application by the time you put them on. Good morning. And I'll show you guys the moisturizer that I use. The moisturizer that I use is the Clinique Moisture Surge moisturizer. And then I'll show you guys what I use on lips. Very simple, very old school. I just simply use Vaseline Lip Therapy. And this is the cocoa butter version. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with primer. So the primer I'm using today is the Smashbox Original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my skin. And then I'm just going to take my finger and blend this across the skin. And you kind of more so want to blend it into the skin versus on the skin, if that makes sense. And a little bit goes a very long way. And Ulta actually, I was going to say, this is a kind of pricey primer. I had been using the Milk primer, but I was running out, and Ulta actually had this one on sale in the mini version. So that's kind of a tip too. If you ever want to try like a prestige or higher end brand's makeup out, always try it in the mini version first. That way you don't spend a lot of money and then you wind up not even liking it, or it doesn't work with your skin and you just spent all that money. So that's free game. Another piece of free game, and I don't have it today, is to keep like either a little towel, or to keep like, I normally keep wet wipes over here, but I think I had to use them for the baby, and to wipe your hands as you do your makeup, especially if you have on like something that you want to keep clean, because you're gonna eventually touch your hands and then you'll touch your clothes, and that's just bad. So the foundation that I'm using today is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is in the color Maple. This is like my holy grail favorite foundation of like all times. I love the way it goes on. It looks like skin, but it still looks like makeup at the same time, so I really enjoy that. So what I'm going to do is just squeeze 1, 2, roughly about 3. And this one's about to run out, but I thankfully have a backup. So I squeezed about 3 pumps on the back of my hand just to warm it up a little bit. Then I'm going to take a damp beauty blender. And I'm just going to start applying it, and you want to pat it into the face. Again, you're making it look like skin, so you're putting it into your skin, not on top of your skin. And that's what makes your makeup to me look a lot more natural. And I'm just patting it into the skin. Like so. Kind of, it's more like not even a pat, it's like a dab into the skin. And again, a little bit goes a long way. A lot of times when you put on too much makeup, that's when it looks really cakey. So you kind of want to keep it cool if you can. Now, you can apply however much makeup you want to. Again, this is just how I apply my makeup. And then once it's all off my hands, what I do is just go back through and just make sure it's really patted into the skin. And then you want to use any excess and go down into your neck area. This will make your neck blend a lot better. Yes, good morning. And yes, Too Faced is one of my favorite makeup brands. So speaking of Too Faced, I'm going to wipe my hands again because now I know I definitely got foundation on my hands. So speaking of Too Faced, their concealer is definitely my top all-time favorite concealer. It's a multi-use sculpting concealer, and it has super coverage. So it conceals, contours, highlights, retouches, and this is in the color Honey. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit under my eye area. And good morning. I know people are jumping on and off, and I can't really see because I don't have on my glasses or my contacts. And just putting this in the areas that I want to draw light to. So that's like under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead. Hello. And a little bit of this goes a long way. So as you see, I did not apply any more to the brush. I'm just going back in and applying everything that's left over. And just a little bit more on the forehead area. So then what I'm going to do is take the other side of the damp blender. Hello. And I'm just going to pat this into the skin. Again, we're focusing on making it, like makeup is going to look like makeup. That's kind of why you wear makeup, but you kind of want it to look like skin in a sense too. And so I'm just dabbing it under the eye area. And you want to, I know it seems tedious and like you're doing a lot, but you really want to blend it in so it looks nice and blended. Because to me, like your eyes and everything else, that looks nice on your makeup, but like your foundation and your concealer and stuff, that's what really is the base of your look and going to make it like really look either nice or look crazy. So I'm not done blending, but I just really want to show you guys. This is just what it looks like with just the first round of blending. So I'm going to go back, finish patting that in, really blend it out. And I'm going to show you a trick for the corners. So to make sure it's really naturally blended everywhere, I'm just going to blend around the edges. And when you blend around the edges, to me that just makes it look even more natural than what it already did. And since nobody's on here for a second, I think I'm going to go grab my baby wipes. I'll be right back. Okay, so I was able to run and grab my baby wipes really fast. So now I have these on deck. So again, with baby wipes, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to wipe my hands and then I'm going to show you guys. So wipe my hands. I'm going to show you guys. So this is how much makeup has got on the wipe. So next, what I'm going to do is use this Laura Mercier Translucent Honey Powder. And I am going to simply set all those areas that I put the highlighter in. So that's what you will see me doing now. It's just, I dab a little bit on, I'm going to dab a little bit off, and just lightly dab it into those areas that I put the concealer. And then I didn't put any concealer around my mouth, but that area can crease sometimes. And then a trick to make your face look even more snatched is to put powder under where you're going to contour. That just makes that area look even more snatched. So then I'm going to dab this off. I'm going to go under the eye area very lightly with the powder to set it. I'm going to go under the other eye very lightly. And I'm going directly close to the nose. That gives you a more, it gives you a more snatched look with your nose contour without doing too much. And then speaking of the nose, I'm just going to do a little bit down the center. And then my forehead gets really oily, so I'm really going to touch that area up, like so. Okay, so once I have the powder on, this is going to seem crazy, but I really just use my powder to set my face. I don't like bake or anything like that, because when I bake, my skin tends to look a little bit crazy. So then I'm going to take a powder brush and I'm going to dust this off in circular motions. I use circular motions because to me it just seems to make it look a lot natural, more natural. Just going to dust off the powder residue. like so. And then what I'm going to do is grab my Holy Grail. I need to restock on this actually. I'm going to grab my Holy Grail Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette to contour. And I'm just going to quickly contour my face. Again, I use a lot of circular motions just because I just feel like that personally keeps your face a lot more neutral. Being gentle around my edges because I did try to do them this morning. And I was going to slap the ponytail up there, but I didn't feel like it. And I felt like for this look, I don't have to do that. I'm going to get my jawline. Get my jawline on this side. And then I'm actually going to get my contour area. And then a trick I use to soften that is to take an even fluffier contour brush. So this is the Morphe M504. And I'll just use this brush to just blend it all out to make sure it's not harsh. And that tends to work for me. So then I'm going to do my nose contour. So I'm going to take this Morphe brush. This is the Morphe M506. I'll take this sculpting brush and just sculpt this out. And I'm really gentle on my nose contour, especially now that I'm not pregnant. When I was pregnant, I feel like I was jazzing that joint up. But now I'm not pregnant. I don't got to do all that. So I'm going to do this. And just blend that out. Like so. So then what I'm going to do to kind of bring some moistening back to my skin is I'm going to use the MAC Fix Plus Prep and Prime. This is the cucumber. Just going to spray this all over the entire face just to bring some moisture back in. This is also going to allow me to use the back of the Beauty Blender to just blend all the contour, blend everything into each other so it looks less harsh. So next, what we're going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of highlighter. I'm going to use the Ambrisi Times Anastasia highlighter. And this is another Holy Grail product that I use. Just going to do a little light dusting on the nose, above the lips, the high points of my cheekbones. Then, I'm not really a blush girl, but I'm becoming a blush girl. So as far as blush, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place, the Saharan Blush Palette too. And I'm going to use this color right here called Tall. However, I kind of want to make, no, I'm going to just use Tall. Let's be popping today. I'm going to use Tall, it's a peach color. Lightly on the apples and bringing it up. Lightly on the apples and bringing it up. Just to bring a little color into the face. So once I've done that, I can now set the face. So I'm going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. You can simply just fan it. Hello. And let it dry down. And I'm going to go ahead and get a wipe and wipe my hands. So the next step I'm going to move on to is going to be brows. If you know me, brows is my least favorite part of every makeup routine because I don't like my brows. And yeah, I just don't like my brows. So, but anyway, they have to be done or my face will look retarded. So, yeah. So going to brush them up first. This is the MAC Spiked brush. And I'm sorry to be all up in the camera, but this is the only way I can do them. And I like this because it's like dense, but it's like not dense at the same time. So I'm going to put a little bit up, lift the brows up, It's kind of hard to do it in here when I'm trying to look at the mirror, but hopefully you guys can see it. And I just take light strokes and I outline the bottom. Then I'm just going to go back through. Outline the top. And I'm kind of filling it in as I'm outlining. Then for the front part, because your brows grow up, I normally just kind of play around a little bit and do that. And then I'm just going to brush it up and over. Then what I do is, and it's super affordable, I take this e.l.f. eyebrow gel and I'm going to set them in place. I'll show you guys how I do that. Just literally put the gel on and move right along. Then they're set. So as you can see, I don't like overarch or do anything crazy like that. I literally just fill them in and keep it moving because I don't like doing my eyebrows. So I'm gonna do the other one, and this is my problem child eyebrow, but we're gonna push through and she's gonna work today. So as you can see, these are like, my brows are not twin sisters for sure. Barely cousins. Barely. So then what I'm going to do is use that e.l.f. gel again to set this other eyebrow. And then I haven't been cleaning them up lately just because I've been lazy, but I feel like today for the look, what I'm trying to go for, I'm going to need to go ahead and clean these brows up. So to do that, I'm going to use this Born This Way Too Faced concealer, just a little dab to clean up under both eyebrows. And this is totally optional. I normally don't even do it, but I feel like for this look, and because I haven't got my eyebrows done in a while, I'm going to go ahead and clean them up. A little bit goes a very long way. And I'll show you guys 2 different ways you can blend this out. Just cleaning up the brows at this point. Now, if you want to, you could just bring this down and use this as a primer for your eyeshadow. However, I actually have eyeshadow primer, so I'm gonna try to use my money's worth and actually use it. So then what you can do is just use like a bullet brush and just blend it out, or you could really just use a finger. I'm just gonna kind of use the brush because to me it's more precise a lot of times. You could really get in those corners. So now those are clean. So what I'm gonna do as far as primer is use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and this is in the original formula. And let me squeeze a little bit out. So I'm going to put a little bit on this eye and a little bit on this eye. And again, you could just use your finger, or you could even use concealer. I just like using this primer and I have it, so why not? I'm trying to get better at using my makeup before it expires because that's just a waste of money. So I'm trying to do better at that. Y'all pray for me. So once I've used the bullet brush to blend that all out, what I'm going to do is use the same powder brush I used earlier. I'm just going to pat that down to kind of flatten it so that I have a very even base, and that also sets the eye. So for eyeshadows today, I'm going to use my newest palette, and this is the Juvia's Place Chocolates palette. So I'm going to keep this look very chill, very simple, as I said. So what we're going to do with this look, I don't know yet, but we're going to do something. So just stick with me while I figure out what I want to do. So I think what I want to do is use this color in the crease. Hey girl. So this is like a chocolate brown. I'm going to dip off the pigment and use this color in the crease. It's a really chocolate brown. It's more chocolate than I expected. So I'm just putting this in the crease, but I'm also going a little bit beyond. And I'm going to put it in that V area too, because I did not expect it to be this dark. I haven't used this color by itself yet. So really blending that out. I know right now the look looks really dark and not neutral, but once I blend it all out, it's gonna look the way it's supposed to. So this brown is definitely chocolate. I mean, it's called the chocolate palettes for a reason. So I'm just making sure to bring it up a little bit into that V area to kind of create that depth and dimension. And I have small eyes, so, you know. Now I'm bringing it into that inner V to just, you know, create a little bit of depth to the look, blending this side out even better. Like so. So I know it looks super crazy right now. So what I'm going to do is find one of my eyeshadow brushes, like my plain eyeshadow brushes. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to go into this kind of yellow color right here. And I'm going to make this kind of the base color. And just fill that in with this yellowish, beigeish color. Kind of creating like a nude, a really neutral nude look. I know right now it looks crazy, but by the time I add lashes and everything, it will look the way, it won't look as crazy. Hello. So what I'm going to do is go back into this brush. I'm going to dust off some of this color because it's super pigmented, and then just wipe it down. And no color has been added. I'm just blending this out. Trying something different. I've seen a few girls do the whole thing where it comes in a little bit. So I want to see how that would look on me. So this super simple look. So next step is going to be mascara, just using my Maybelline Colossal Big Shot. Just going to do one layer on each side. I might blend this a little bit more while the mascara is drying. I don't think I have the right eyes to be able to pull that off. The whole where it goes all the way into the eye thing. So let me just see if I can blend it a little bit better. Soften it up. Especially this side needs to be softened. So I think what I'm going to do is use one of my little makeup Q-tips that has makeup remover on it, and I'm going to get rid of a little bit of it in the center just because I think that look is cute on some people, but I think it may be going too far in for me. So just taking a little bit of that away. And I'm going to replace that with my, contour color. So just going in a little bit to clean that up. I don't think my eyes are wide enough to be able to do the whole come in close style look that I've been seeing people do. So this is probably the closest they can come in without looking crazy. So I'm going to take this brush and just go ahead and stop right here and blend it right here. Not going to go all the way in. Like so. Gotta know what works for you. So speaking of knowing what works for you, I am going to use the Lily Lashes Adhesive Liner, and I am going to use, let me see, I'm going to use these Goddess lashes, or do I want to use these Luxe lashes? Actually, I'm gonna go chill and use these Luxe lashes by Lily Lashes today. So I'm gonna use their liner, and to use the liner, I'm not gonna do a wing, anything like that. I'm just gonna keep it super simple and just line to the end of the look. And you want to do 2 layers of this so it really sticks. So I'm about to do my second layer. And I try to stay close to the lash line. Like so. So I'm going to use my Lily Lashes again, and this is in Luxe. And these are already cut, so that's also why I'm using these. So I love these Lily Lashes tweezers. Hey girl, hey! How are you and the girlies doing? So I like the way this does that. So I'm just going to go ahead and look down. And I've already cut these ones because I've used them prior. So I was going to use some other ones, but because I'm strapped for time, I'm like, let's just go with what we already know works. And that is one thing I will say with the clamps being so thin, if you don't get it at the exact right spot, it is kind of hard to put on. Good morning. I'm just fluffing that out. I'm about to rest here, Jingle Jangle. Oh, you're watching Jingle Jangle, or you're just saying you're gonna rest Jingle Jangle? So this one is too close to my nose. I know that's crazy, but I just, yeah, that irritates me. So I'm gonna push it back just a little bit. Tell the girlies I said hello. Now I can fluff them. Okay, that feels way better, 10 times better. So then I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. First, I'm gonna wipe my hands. And again, I'm using the Lily Lashes Power Liner Adhesive. This is like everything. Like, I don't think I'll ever switch back to lash glue again. So this eye is going to be more difficult to do because I have shaky hands and it's the opposite hand. So again, I don't do like a line for like a wing line. I'm just doing a very thin line near the bottom. And I always go back through and do another line, just because they say that makes it stay longer. And I'm sorry, y'all gotta look down my nostrils. So now I'm going back to do the second line. And that's all you do. So you don't have to wait on the glue to dry or anything. It's literally just the adhesive in the little pin. So I like that. Super quick, super easy. And so then just gonna put the other lash on. And see, I'm so used to like glue, so that I just blew it because I'm just used to doing that. But I really do like the adhesive. And I'm not saying that because I got this for free either. You just fluff. So these are super easy to, the adhesive just makes it a lot easier to use, so I do like that. And then, like I said, I'm not doing lips on camera because I'm going to do an actual, yeah, Tammy, well, you know who Tammy is, but Tammy's my big sister. She was telling me to watch Jingle Jangle. So tell me how it is. So I've been watching my independent hood movies, so I found a really good one. So they got a part 2, so I need to watch that, but I can add that to my watch list. So I'm just gonna do a little light mascara on my bottom lashes. And then I'm just gonna do a little light layer over here. Thank you, girl. I got the new KKW, Kim Kardashian West. I'm trying her lip products out today, so I'm going to do an actual first impressions and all that fun stuff. So I'm not going to do lips, so this look is not all the way done yet. But thank you, sis. Mel told me she wants to see it. She can come over there and watch it, girl. You want to pick her up, girl? You come pick her up. So this is most of the look. I won't say it's the look, but this is most of the look. Yeah, so what I'll do is what I normally do is kind of just quickly run down everything I used. If I can find everything I used. I'll be moving so much in this here room. So for foundation, I use the, you can come get that, child. I promise you can come get Mel. You want to come get her today? Today, you can come get her. So the foundation is going to be the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Maple. For concealer, I use the Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer in Honey. And that's what I was looking for, was the primer. I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Blur and Smooth Primer. To set all of that, I use the Laura Mercier Translucent Honey Powder. I use the Black Radiance Contour Palette to contour. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Reezy Highlighter. I use the Juvia Place Sahara Blush Palette Volume 2 for blush. For eyebrows, I use the MAC Cosmetics Spiked Liner. To prime my eyes, I use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. For eyeshadow, I use the Juvia's Place The Chocolates Palette. And for lashes, I use Lily Lashes Luxe. And for mascara, I used the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot. And for lips, you'll be getting an array of KKW looks. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And this hair that everybody has been asking about is actually a 4-in-1 unit. So I'm wearing it just down today, but you can wear it down with the pony as an uptail. You can wear a ponytail. You can wear it like I'm wearing it today, just as a half wig style. And this shirt, the sweatshirt that I'm wearing is from Brown Blogger Babes. I got the Brown Influencer Babe shirt on. I am a brand ambassador for them. And then the hoops that I have on are actually from Hoop Mob. These are the Melanin hoops. If you want to get some hoops, you can use my referral code. It is in my bio. So thank you to everybody who watched live. And thank you to everybody who watches on the replay. It's your girl, Pretty Girl Peeps.